Hello and welcome to Let's Play World of Warcraft: A Mist of Pandaria. I will be starting a series where I go through 1 to 90 on each of the classes. I'll go based on voting, but for now, since this is the first one, I'll choose the Hunter since most likely it will not be voted. So to begin, we are going to randomly roll the race since I'm not doing a vote yet. In the future, the race, the class, all those things will be voted for, and I will play through those characters for your viewing pleasure. So to start off, I have a list here of every race available. I'm just going to pick the top one off the list. Night Elf. So I will be a Night Elf Hunter, and I'll be a male. And lastly, instead of picking the appearances, I'll just roll a random 1 through 10. I got a 2, so I'll click this twice, and there we go. Nice mean looking hunter. And we'll name him for now. I'll have the names be voted on as well in the future. Let's cut out the screen region and begin. I'll mute it so that you can listen to the intro. Here we go.
After years of imprisonment within the Emerald Nightmare, Archdruid Malfurion Stormrage has finally returned to the mortal world. Reunited with his love, Tyrande Whisperwind, Malfurion endeavors now to heal the corrupted world tree Teldrassil and rejuvenate the spirit of the Night Elf people. Yet as the great cataclysm shakes the boughs of their colossal tree, the Night Elves brace themselves against the coming storm. As war and destruction close in from all sides, it falls to Night Elves like you to stand strong and protect the enduring legacy of your people.
Alright, I noticed right away that I forgot to turn off all of my add-ons, so the screen is pretty crazy right now. I will, however, log back out real quick and do that. I was much better with this when I did this yesterday. Sadly, I didn't have my XSplit settings set correctly, and I lost 3 hours of recorded video because of bad quality. So instead, I started completely new over from the beginning. I'm doing everything that I did then. So I want the DBM stuff that's nice to have pop up while you're questing. Take the Silver Dragon for the rares. I won't be doing pet battles. This is PvP stuff. Coordinates. Bartender. That's good. Future world. Alright. So the Hunter is the first character I really played and got to max level. So I'm very comfortable with him. I will not be reading the quest, but I will try to leave it up for a second so that you will be able to read it and pause it if you really want to read all the quests. Always try to do some things where you can read. Oh, there it is. Just go and get my mail real quick. And I guess I'll put it on first before I delete it. Get that achievement. I don't like this tabard. They really need to have like a tabard, like how they deal with the titles and such. It'd be nice to do the same thing with tabards. Right. So I'll try to explain as much as I can while playing. If there's anything that you would ever like me to explain a little better, please let me know. Just checking. Let's see. 6 young Nightsaber cubs. Move this down a little bit. I usually hide the chat behind that so I don't get any people coming in and spamming the chat. Block goaded bites. Try to make the viewing as nice as possible for you guys. So, hunters used to not start off with a pet. You would get your pet till around level 10. So this is kind of newish to me. You know, having the pet and such. I cannot control my pet. Like I can't tell him to be passive, or I can't say go here until level 10. So he kind of just follows me and does his own thing. After level 10, I'll be able to tame pets and get a new one and name them and do all kinds of things with them. But till then, I'm stuck with what they give me to start with.
Greeting.
Let's see, get some leather gloves and level up. 6 fell moss. Oh, and what else do we have?
Hello.
I'm listening.
Oh,
How may I help?
let's read that because I didn't see what it was. 5 stolen bags. Oh, give myself a bag. I've played pretty much almost every race, every class, but not the new areas and such. So some of these things are a little new to me, like the bag. You know, there wasn't hardly any bag quest. Oh. So in experience gear, this gear will help them level up faster. See, experience gain increased by 100% or 10%, 10%, 10%, and they all stack. That means they have a higher level character and they bought that gear with different ways and methods and can pass it on to their lower characters to help leveling a lot quicker. I, however, am on a new server just for my Let's Plays, and I'll be doing all my Let's Plays here, so I won't have that luxury until one of my characters gets up high. I don't know if I'm going to do it even after that, because I kind of like taking it slow and not rushing through everything. Some people, they just want to get up high and go raid and do all those things. I like seeing the whole game. Let's collect some of these bags. So I'll also try to go over different racials and class skills and stuff. Right now I have Arcane Shot, which is a direct damage, instant damage of 110 plus 12 arcane. That will scale up as I level. And my racial ability, which is Shadow Meld, which just allows me to go invisible. So put that there in case I need to go invisible. One more sack of goods. There we go. My pet currently has Claw, which is his direct damage ability. Growl, his taunt ability. Rabid, increase my pet's attack speed. And then he also has Heart of the Phoenix, which allows me to resurrect him if he basically loses all his life. I can miraculously return back to life. So, pretty bummed that I lost the whole feed. That was like 3 hours of streaming last night. I randomly rolled a Blood Elf and I got him up to level 12, but I'm happy. I mean, I'm okay to start over. Oh, just some upgraded legs. Throw those suckers on. Well, isn't that cute? This little short, good old boy there.
Can I assist you?
Reminds me of like a mailman. Ooh. Level 3, I got my steady shot. Now that is a steady shot that causes 66% weapon damage plus 8 and generates 14 focus. So I use my arcane shot, which uses my focus, and then once I'm low I start using my steady shot to build it back up.
Goodbye.
And there's someone invisible. So that works very good, and your auto shots continue to shoot while you're using steady shots, so you will not stop shooting your regular shots. So I got myself a nice bag. Oh, I think this is upstairs. Am I wrong? Oh, I'm completely wrong. It's been a while since I've made a night elf. Normally, just like everyone else, they would have ran in there and looked around for a while trying to find out where this quest person is, but I'm pretty sure they're up this ramp. While I do think I jump a lot with my characters, my hunter I think I always jump the most, and that's I think for kiting reasons and different things like that. It's very easy to kite when you jump, and your momentum keeps you going forward, so it allows you to jump, turn, shoot, and then turn back and keep going. I'll show that a little bit later when I level up and I can control my pet and put him on passive. I'll show some kiting techniques. Huh, that's new. I don't ever remember that. Actually, I was wrong. Looks like I haven't quested here in quite some time. So a little run around. I don't think I can look at anything else. Oh, that's right. I can pick a pet. I usually pick this Ethereal Soul Trader. He's my favorite pet. It cost me 20,000 gold to buy him. Yeah, I've wanted him for a while. Oh, didn't even see it. I'm sure people were yelling at me that the quest person was right here. The hunter trainer used to be upstairs. That's why I ran up there. So he wants me to go train my steady shot on a dummy out here. So we'll just loop around and do that real quick. Notice how I keep shooting even while I'm channeling my steady shot, and that's what I meant by it doesn't interrupt your auto attack. Oh, I killed it. I didn't know you could kill training dummies. Interesting. Alright, that was easy enough.
Goddess bless you. Elune light your path.
And Priestess of the Moon.
Asha Fenor. What brings you here?
Get rid of these items. See if we have any
My goods are of the highest
bow
quality.
upgrades. 4.81. That's gonna, I don't even have enough
May
money
the
for all that.
stars guide you.
Okay, so she's outside. If that could be any other character in the game, it would probably be one of these. One that I can't play. That's not available, just because I really like those character models, the visual effects, and really want to know more about them. I also envision them being very quick and all over the place. And all these quests are new. It's kind of nice. It makes this whole experience new to me.
What brings you here?
Alright. Collect 7 moon petal lilies. So hopefully this takes off and I'll be able to do a lot more streaming. I've had my XSplit account for over a year. I just ran into some timing issues where I wasn't able to stream after I got everything. My computer wasn't up to par, but I think I got everything in line. Got some free time um, to do this.
Greetings. Elune be with you.
So, our seek out Dragon within the Shadow Thread Cave at the northern end of Shadowland. So I guess that's all the way north. Um, so I had an issue with my computer where my motherboard died, so I had to get a new motherboard. But the new motherboard had an issue where my computer would just randomly restart. So I looked into it. People said, I looked at all the sources, and one of the biggest things was your chip is overheating. So I got a thing to look at the temperature, and yes, my chip was running hot. It wasn't overheating, but it's just running at its maximum hot. That's weird. It says to go right here, but I don't see. Oh, there she is. That is very strange. Hi. 12 webwood spiders. So I went and got a new cooling supply. The cooling supply didn't fit in my old case, so I had to upgrade my case. So here I am now. I have a new cooling supply, a new case, and I got a really nice case with like lots of fans and good ventilation and that, lots of space and such. That didn't work. So next was, oh well, maybe it's your power supply not giving enough power, which is causing it to hiccup and reset. I looked at my power supply. Yeah, it was a lower end voltage, and I said, why not, so I got a new power supply. That didn't help. Somewhere along the lines there, my DVD drive died, so I did have to buy a new DVD drive, and my hard drive had an issue, so I had to get a new hard drive. So those two things. Someone said your video card, so I got a new video card. I went with a NVIDIA 660. I was going to go with the TI, but I was posting on hard forums, and they just suggested that it's just not worth it. So I just got a 660, which is good enough for now. Oh, level 6 or 4. I got my tracking, so I'm able to track all these different things right now. Beast, Demon, Dragonkin, Elementals, Giants, Hidden. Hidden's great to just keep on. Humanoid and Undead. Elementals are great if you're tracking and you need to get the the things that they offer, like the elemental stuff. Huh. This is interesting. Look at this. Gonna make it? Let's see. He made it, but the girl that was with me didn't make it. Hopefully she shows up again. So I got the video card. There she is. It was nice. I had better video quality and everything, but I still had the reset. Now a lot of you might be going, well, it's your RAM. Well, the RAM is the first thing that I thought it was. So I did a memory test immediately on my RAM, and I let it go for overnight, and it did like 10 full cycles through all my RAM, and they come back, 100% great. This is mem test, and so I immediately signed off, no, it's not my RAM. Well, that's the only thing. I mean, it was my RAM and my chip are the last two things to upgrade, so I said, well, I'm gonna upgrade my RAM because it's cheaper. And so far I have not had a problem with it resetting at all. So we are doing some streaming. If I get a reset, I may stop my streaming again until I keep figuring it out, but for now I'm gonna keep going with it. I started doing a Let's Play Skyrim Blind, and that's when I got some reset issues, and I stopped that, and I just was wanting to play the game, so I just continued playing without streaming. Huh. That's funny. They're attacking that spider. So here we are with almost a fully upgraded computer. Oh. Whoa. Teleport me back. This is nice. Makes it a lot easier to do these questing.
Elune be with you. Go in peace.
So the moon well is up there. It's weird why it's not showing me on the map. Usually it highlights the area you need to go to. Well, it was for the spiders, but it's just not showing it for everything. Also, I remember having to kill these guys. Or the upgraded version of those. They really did change this around. So I don't really know most of my computer parts, but I do know my chip is an Intel i7 like 2600. I can't really remember. Um, but it's good for now. We'll listen to what this guy has to say. So I'm also trying to remember all the different topics that I covered last night while streaming, because I have to recover all those topics since I'm doing it over again. I know I talked a lot about Blood Elves and how I did a leveling contest. It was around the time the iPhone first came out, the first iPhone, and I did a leveling contest, and I found out that the Blood Elf was the quickest. You know, I trained, because it was an hour long, so I trained doing the different classes races, and the Rogue turned out to be the quickest class by far because of being able to sneak and kill everything really quickly, and it's just the fastest, hands down.
Goddess watch over you.
So then was just testing out different races. The Blood Elf was the last race I tested and only got to do one run, and found out, wow, the Blood Elf is way quicker than anything else. So I ended up going with that, and I ended up winning. And the person that was in second place was, now is it upstairs or in there? I'm just gonna check upstairs again. Yep, top of Eldrasil. The guy that got in second, he had a friend following him around with a healer healing him, so that was kind of, good attempt, good try, but ultimately I'm guessing that might have slowed him down. I don't know, because he would have depended on it on certain areas that he couldn't got it. Another thing that helped me out was I understood, um, you know, up until I think level 6, whenever you resurrect at the graveyard, you don't lose, there's no negative effects at all. So I would, when my Hearthstone was down, I'd use that to get back to town and stuff. Would just kill myself and go resurrect and then run. So it was like a free, ooh, nice, free hearth. Yay! Level 5. This is going very quick. What is that? Oh, well, isn't that nice? Well, we're going to be going this way. So let's just jump off and slow fall this way. See, all kinds of stuff they do to make the leveling. And while it's nice and it helps, huh, sweet. It's a little too late in the fact that it's dead. I mean, I saw a couple people, but there's not really that many people here. Although, I'm glad they did this. That's a topic I covered on the dynamic server merging. So this is an idea. I did a write-up on this for 6 years ago or so. I'm pretty happy that Blizzard was one of the first to do it. So the problem that every MMO has is after a while there's just no one in the starting areas. So you know, when you start a new character, it's just, you don't want to because you don't have any interaction or anything like that. It's an MMO. It's massive multiplayer. You want interaction. So the idea is to merge areas together on multiple different servers so that you play with all the other people on the other servers that are just starting out. No one did this, and there was a couple different technical difficulties and stuff, but I went through a write-up on how to overcome all those and merge together and the restrictions and how, you know, if a bunch of people from one server just piled into a zone, it would take them out of the merge and everything. And I'm pretty sure that Blizzard didn't take my idea, but I did mail them my idea because out of all the games, I think they were the ones to possibly go through with it. But I'm pretty sure it was just, I mean, someone else that thought of it as well. Um, but I'm pretty happy because now we can see different people from different areas in here, and you can tell when someone's from a different server when you highlight them. Like, see, when I highlight myself in the bottom right corner, and it says BeticTV, it would say a dash and then another server name after it, and that's someone from a different server. And you remember that because you know, these people, if you get friendly with them, while you can friend them cross server and group with them for dungeons, you might not always share the same zone as them. There are restrictions. Sometimes they just aren't sharing zones. Because again, what if everyone from one server just all piled into one zone? Then they would, or everyone from every server piled into one zone. Then you have like massive overload of people in one area. So that won't work. I also won't be doing any pet battles, or trade skills, or anything, any raiding or anything like that. I will do separate Let's Plays for those, because I would like to concentrate a lot of time just on those and go through everything. Oh, here we go. Nope, that person's on my server. Just gonna see if I could show you an example of server merging. I'm pretty glad that they kept, you know, improving this game too. It just makes the experience just such a beautiful game. Oh, one thing I miss about the Blood Elf is their starting music. I really, really like the music in the World of Warcraft games. Well, I think there was a poll I saw about what game had the best game music, and while there's tons of the #1 position, World of Warcraft is up there on the list only for the fact that they have professional orchestra and stuff doing this music. They really, really do music well. They always have done music well on all of their games. And just the amount of music, I mean, I have multiple tracks of their music, and it's just there's so many different tracks. Wait, that was a butterfly. I need to find this guy right here. But I'm really excited to be doing these Let's Plays again. I always want to do it. I'll have a camera hooked up later on, probably too. Some of my older videos you might see it hooked up. I just moved recently, so it's nothing's really up, looking good behind me, and I don't know where my camera is and such. But we don't need that yet. After I get more popular, then it'll be more important, because I know people like to see a face, especially emotions and stuff along the face. What's going on? I'll also be playing more games as well than just this. I'm just going to start out with World of Warcraft. I pretty much have an account with a lot of MMOs, so I'd like to do a lot of Let's Play on those, as well as other games. You know, my Steam account is quite full. I have I can't do any on my Xbox or PlayStation because I don't have a captured card, although I know some games allow you to hook up, but I'm not really going to play Call of Duty and stream that. Although I would like to. I'd like to show some people, you know, like Let's Play different tips and techniques on being a better player. So let's go turn this in. Help this centaur, whatever he is, demon. It's not a centaur. Centaur are the ones that are half horse, half man. This is a I can't believe I can't remember what it is. Fell something. Oh, nice. Well, you can give me a bag. That's all I care about. Oh, so see the star in the name means they're from another server. When you highlight them, you can see the dash down here, dash Azuremist, and that's the server they're from. So while I can group with that player and do stuff, I might not always have that availability because they might not be merged into the server. It's a very awesome feature. I think the next big step in gaming might be the ability to have one server with everyone in that server. You know, that would be pretty amazing. Alright, so let's start gathering all these quests from this quest hub. Log dream picture. It's nice seeing all this new. But some of it's still the same.
Hello.
Delivery doesn't matter. I won't need food or water for quite a long time. I know that's still the same, where it's pretty much useless. Make this my home. Check that guy out. Huge ancient protector. It's like a big grumpy guy.
Peace be with you. Farewell.
So with the hunter, I mean, a lot of people say the hunter is easy mode, and he is, as far as soloing and stuff like that, and he can be quite easy.
May the stars guide you.
Okay. Oh, turning up here. So he's easy to solo. I mean, you have a tank right here, a pet that, you know, heals pretty rapidly when he's hurt, and you've got different healing methods. You'll have a heal for him and stuff like that. especially if you go Beastmaster, then he's just a really good tank. So that allows you to do your damage, and you can pretty much solo almost all the stuff that you need to. Oops. So while they are easy in that aspect, they are hard when you try soloing the stuff that other people can't handle. So sometimes it's just a battle might be really intense, and you know, you have to do just everything just right to be able to handle that. There actually used to be a quest chain back in the day for hunters. Oh, there's a rare right there. Hopefully he might still be up, and we'll be able to get a nice white item off of him. So there's some a quest for the epic bow for hunters, and there's 4 people that you had to fight and do things differently with each one. Like one guy you could only melee, one guy you had to kite, and you had to kite him at a certain distance. If you went too far, he ran away. If you went too close, he nuked you and killed you. So there was all these different challenges, and those are some really hard challenges to deal with. But that was a fun quest. I don't even know if they're still in the game. I don't think so, which is a shame, but I still have my bow on my other hunter, so that's nice. So there can be some difficulties, but as far as just, you know, playing the hunter and soloing and stuff, I mean, yeah, he is pretty easy. You don't really have to think that much. You can relax while playing him. I suggest him for new players that want to learn the game and not have a hard time playing. I would definitely suggest the hunter to just experience everything, and you know, later on, if you get 120 and all of a sudden you see another character that you might like a little more and you want to learn about, start a new character over and see how it goes. Oh, look at that. Level 6.
What brings you here?
Go back to Dolinar.
Shafala.
Ah. Oh, okay, that's just the Dark Moon Fair. For the Dark Moon Fair quest, we'll deal with that later too. So yeah, I use my hunter, even though it's nice to just relax and play. If I want to play someone that's really intense and crazy, I like to play my druid. While they can be easy, because you can go Moonkin, it's just, that's really easy to play Moonkin, in my opinion. Sometimes tanking can be easy too, but tanking itself can be difficult just to understand the fights and such. But me, a really good feral druid DPS can really go insane, because you're doing feral damage, and if you need to off tank, boom, you can just go to bear and you're off tanking to help out. If the healer needs some help with some heals real quick, you can jump out, throw a heal on something, jump back in, start DPSing. I mean, you have crowd control, you have all these different abilities that you can just at your disposal, and if as long as you're good at, you know, doing all those shape changes and jumping around and doing everything, then you can really have a fun time if you want something that's just really insane and has a lot of options. Hunter, I mean, later on, Hunter has a lot of options. There's definitely a lot of difference between like PvE, PvP, and raiding and such.
My goods.
I'll go over that a little more when I get my talent trees.
Ashafala.
Alright, so what we want to do is we want to go gather some falcons real quick, because we want to give a lesson to that demon. I still can't remember the type of demon they are. It's like on the tip of my tongue. I'm talking about as far as the real life, what he is in real life. Like a trickster. I almost said centaur again. Sats. Oh, satyr. I think that's what he is. Satyr, if I remember correctly. But anyways. So, who do I need to sell to? I should probably do that before I run off and start questing again. There's my hunter trainer, stable master, and pet trainer.
I am honored.
Nice and cleaned up.
Goddess.
Too bad there's, I think the Bowyer's gone, but Bowyer, oh there he is. Let's get ourselves a new bow. Can I afford it yet? Heck yeah, I can. There we go.
Light your path.
And away we go. Ready to quest. Go get the Emerald Dream Catcher. Seek out some things. Fill the Jade Vial. All kinds of stuff to do. Oh, let me bring this guy back out. I like to have him. He can give me ethereal credits, and then I can purchase things off of him. So I can purchase all these clothing things, which I don't think they did a good job on. I mean, you see those shoulders? Those are actually shoulders from the Encourage area. This done. I think it's Daenerys. It's like down here. I don't really think. I wish they would have gave me the actual armor that this guy's wearing, because that would have been a lot nicer to see. Especially if they gave the effect as well, with glowingness and stuff. But oh well. Then he sells. Let's see, a nice liquor that can have some odd effects. This will mutate any of my pets into like a slime. This will allow me to see lesser invisibility for a little bit, and here's a ball that I can throw to other players. So he's a little fun guy to have. Just, you know, having him around collecting people's souls is kind of interesting as well. Good old night elf tumble. Back in the day, every night elf everywhere would jump while they run. Oh, there we go. Turn him into a toad and be done with that. So away we go. So yeah, that's why I picked Hunter. I just think that not a lot of people would vote for a Hunter, so well, hopefully these videos get watched so people can vote on a new Let's Play that they would like to see. I mean, a video is nice, but to me, it has to have a really good player as well. Like, I've watched a lot of Let's Plays, and I just couldn't stand the person talking, so I couldn't really watch it that much. So what I'm trying to do is concentrate on being very pleasant to listen to and provide a lot of good topics and teach as much as I can teach. So when I do certain things, or if anyone asks questions on how I do things, then I'll definitely want to show them and answer them as much as possible. There's a lot of little tips and tricks. Like I said, for example, when you jump, your momentum carries you when you're running. So if I was kiting something, to turn around and attack them, I'd have to stop, or I'd have to walk backwards, which is slower. And when you jump, so when I jump, I take my hand off the keyboard. That's just my momentum carrying me forward. So I can jump, turn, shoot, jump. Jump, turn, shoot, back. Jump, turn, shoot, back. So that's a little tip on kiting. But if you want to do auto shots, you can strafe. So if I'm facing this way, I'm just strafing left. So I can shoot anything in a half circle in front of me. So if something's chasing me from the right side and I'm strafing, as long as I'm turning slightly to the right, I'll keep on popping shots off at them. So that's another technique. I'll do a little more cutting examples later on. Again, when I can control my pet, because right now if I try doing it, my pet would just attack. Some big books. I just need to get the dream catcher. Thought this area was infested with timber moth. Oh, there's one. Just remember not being able to barely even walk through here without them aggroing all over you. So let's get this to use. Do a little quick travel back. Oh, I forgot when I started my stream. One thing that's very important is to get up and stretch. The maximum I would say would be an hour and a half. I would go no longer than an hour and a half without getting up and stretching. And this isn't just a silly little I don't need to do that kind of thing. You can literally die from not getting up and stretching. And a good example is there was a guy whose wife, I guess, had a day off of work, decided to do a full long day of gaming at home. But she sat on the couch in one position and didn't move while she was gaming. Her legs started hurting, and within an hour she was dead because of a blood clot. So it's really important to, sitting in these chairs is not natural. We did not have these chairs existing in our life while humans existed, back in the day. We had different things to sit on, but not these chairs. So when you sit here in this chair and your legs aren't moving, your legs are dead. There's no electricity, there's nothing going on at all. I have a standing desk at work because of that reason, because when you're standing, you actually burn, energy standing. So it's just very important that you do get up and do move around. I forgot that there was a quest back here. Oh yeah. So I will try to remember to get up and move around myself at the hour and a half mark. I also don't know how long these Let's Plays will go on for on other days. For today I decided to do a nice marathon and at least get this guy back up to where I got last night, and then some. I will do one of every dungeon while leveling, and for other classes I will try to play every aspect, so a tank, a healer, a DPS, to show different techniques and ways of doing it. For the hunter, I guess I'm just going to try to do different specs and show what the benefit of each are. You'll be able to see Beastmaster with me, just soloing, and then I'll probably get a dual spec of marksmanship and then go marksman in dungeons so I can do the damage. Although I do think Beastmaster is very viable as well. All the classes are very viable. Oh, looks like I got some competition. She'll probably run to the end and kill the guy that needs to be killed. They usually do that. A lot of people just don't have any patience or time. But I'm very easygoing, and I have all the patience and time. I am super excited to do these again. I look forward to doing them all. It's weird. Oh, no wonder. I need to kill them with the iron root seed. I really wish I could move this. Oh, I know. I remember how to do it. Interface. Where is it? Action bars. While the action bar is displayed due to bartender, it's not actually on in the interface. But when I turn this on, boop, notice how I just moved that over. So this moves over when you turn it on in Warcraft, like the Warcraft interface. So do I have to, okay, you prompts root to target until death. Interesting. That's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I don't get any loot. Oh well. Can't win them all. Looks like they took the hammer out away. They think there. You thought there used to be like a hammer in here somewhere as well. I'll continue up top. Bet you that girl was like, "What's he doing? Why is he just killing it?" I guess it is kind of bad that I leveled so many characters up the old way because I just assume I know everything. But I should probably look at these quests and such and make sure I do everything right. So I need 3 more. I'll get them on my way out after killing this guy. Oh, there's 1 more. There usually is a chest down here, right where she's going. Sometimes there's a chest in here. Nope. She just... It's weird, is she just grinding down here? Don't know. There's not much else to do down here other than kill these guys, unless there's a chest or a mining vein or something. I'll leave her to it. I need 1 more. So for raids, I'll try to do a let's play that it's just the raid. And I'll do at least every dungeon once from the beginning of the dungeon. Because I want people to see the dungeon all the way through. Let's think. I should probably just kill 1 of these so I can level. There we go. Still no new spells or skills. Oh well. I keep forgetting. I thought back in the day you'd get a new one like every 2 levels, but I think there was just, you got overwhelmed with abilities and everything at the start, so maybe that's why they changed that. Leather. Throw those on. Turn these in real quick. Actually, let's go over here and take care of the Gnarl Pine Mystics. And then I'll go back and turn these in. So I can just nope, never mind. I thought I'd be able to harvest. Forgot that when you're in a guild that has some guild benefits, you can get your Hearthstone down to like I think 15 minutes. So I am so used to having just a 15-minute Hearthstone. I think my other hunter has 2 different types of hearths as well as other portals and different ways to get back to town. Try to get some of those on this character as well. I'm hoping, I mean, I did a lot of test videos last night after I mean, really bad on my part, pretty dumb to just record 3 hours and assume that my settings were all set up perfectly fine. Of course they weren't, so I lost that, and then I did a bunch of testing, and I think I got this to the quality that I want. I mean, you'll be able to read everything. The only time it's ever going to look bad is when I do this, which I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try not to jerk around like that hardly ever, just so that it's, you know, nice for you guys to watch. I know you can read everything, and that's all that's really important, is being able to read the quest text and different items that I might hover over that you want to read that you can pause. There we go. that. So now I just need to go killing some mystics. You always want to check around the back sides of these too, because there's sometimes some treasure chests and stuff around behind some areas. This game is like easy just in general now, so it's not even about hunters have it easy. I mean, it's all, I think it's based all about the current fight. They made it so when you finish a fight, you get your health back and everything regens quick. So it's all about what can you do during the fight. If I took on 3 things, then that would be a little more difficult. I'd have to deal with all 3 of those and not regaining health until all of them are dead. And then they want the downtime between the fights to not last a long time. Whoa. Whoa. That is a far way down. This is quite a big tree that we're on. If you don't know the stories of the Night Elves, after the World Tree was destroyed, they planted this tree out here, which this whole entire thing is a huge tree that I'm on, and it got way too big and corrupted and all kinds of bad things because it wasn't naturally made. And the World Tree still exists over here, so kinda didn't matter what they did. So they just live on top of this big ass tree. So yeah, these aren't rocks. They really aren't supposed to be rocks. It's supposed to be like wood, you know, from the tree. I guess there is kind of minerals up here because if you got mining, you'd be able to mine. So maybe they're rock. I don't really know. I just know we're on a giant tree, and if I were to jump off the edge, you'd see the roots and stuff down below in the water. One more mystic. And done with that. I can't arc back, so I will just run back. Oh. And I guess I'll fight these guys real quick, since they are casters and I can't control my pet. Usually I just tell my pet to follow or go on passive and just will run and not fight everything, because interesting thing, leveling quicker, you can level quicker just doing quests and only killing what you need to. So that leveling contest that I won with the Blood Elf, so what you would do is you'd only fight things when you had to fight them. You'd sneak past in stealth mode past everything. And you know, I mean, if I could 1 or 2 shot something, sure, I'd kill it, because especially if I'm just running by it and I can backstab and then hit it again with like Sinister Strike and it's dead. That's just free experience, but you don't want to stop. You want to keep your momentum going. And I'm not speeding through this right now. I'm, you know, taking my time, so I'm not going to be doing silly things like that. But that's just an interesting thing. Some things I just, when I'm heading back to town or something, sometimes I just don't want to fight stuff and just get right there. Oh, should probably turn those toast messages off. I can't remember where they're at. Face. There we go. Try to keep my friends hidden.
Go in peace.
I'm listening.
Hoping to get a nice bow upgrade. There's some bracers which are not an upgrade, so I'll look for the most expensive of this one, since I'm just going to sell it. Ooh, look at that. Nice. Mark of the Wild. Then sell real quick and then head off to the other area.
Elune be with you.
This is level 11. I'm 7, so I will not be buying that because that's quite some time away. Selling trade skill items because I will not be trade skilling again.
May the stars
I will do let's plays showing that, and I'll usually do it after my characters have leveled up. Oh, look at that, 90 mage. After my characters leveled up to 90, and then I'll do like a let's play and do a. I'll follow a tutorial or a guide to do 0 to max like mining, and then I'll go along that guide while doing the let's play. So if someone doesn't want to read the guide and just watch it, they can watch it and follow along and see different tricks on getting nodes and things like that. Where are we going? Straight over here. Normally I probably wouldn't be eating while playing, but since I'm doing a marathon to start out with, I'll be enjoying my dinner while doing this. Should we make a hole over here? Oh yeah, this is the underground thing. I remember. Oh, it's a curse. Oh, physical damage reduced. This is not like the old school half-hour long or, you know, hour-long debuff. That would suck when you got those curses. But it made like remove curse and such much more likable. Where now remove curse is really just used in dungeons and stuff. When you're fighting and everyone gets cursed and you gotta quickly remove it. So there's the rare. Don't think anyone's running past me to get it, so it is all mine. They'll usually drop a green later on. Now, just at low level, they're just going to drop a white. And at high level, they drop a blue. I really wish they would improve these guys because these rares are uniquely named. This guy will always be called this. And I think they should drop 1 to 3 items that are unique to them. That they'll always drop that one of those 3 items. Sweet. Oh, he did drop a green. Haha, very nice. So there's, oh, and it was really good for me. +1 agility. Sweet. That worked out great. Got my concussive shot, which is good for kiting. You can basically keep something 50% slower indefinitely because it lasts for 6 seconds and the cooldown is 5. Oh, there's a chest in there too. I guess because I went to the wrong hole, the wrong cave entrance, that's why. So, yeah, I really think that I really wish they had unique items for those guys. I know there's a lot of data to store, but nowadays data really is an issue. You can get a terabyte for quite cheap. And that would be really nice to actually see an item that relates to that person that you just killed. If it's a named Murloc, that it is going to be a very Murloc item, something to do with fishing or hut building or something like that, some body part. That would be really neat.